So on Pionex you can do arbitrage trading, and if you don't know what that is, it's basically trading the difference between exchanges of spot price action. So you might have on one exchange the price of Bitcoin might be 60,000, on another exchange it might be 60,100, and what the arbitrage bot will do will be to buy on one exchange for 60,000 and sell on the other exchange for 60,100, giving you a profit. If you had a whole Bitcoin doing it, basically a whole Bitcoin's worth, you'd get $100. So you can see that really, when you stand back and think about what it's done there, in order to have made that $100, you would need an entire Bitcoin to do it. So you'd need $60,000 worth in your account trading just to gain $100 worth of profit. But the way that the bot does it is that it holds the majority of your asset in the form of, in my case here, in USDT, so a stable coin. So the majority of the price action that fluctuates is irrelevant. So it limits your risk so low that there's always a chance that you will lose some on that transfer, as the money moves from exchange to exchange, which is pretty fast. I have to say, it's very fast, and the bot does it automatically. There's always a chance that during that period that it's making that trade, there will be some volatility, and it may go up, it may go down. So in that respect, there will be some risk involved. But as far as any form of trading or any kind of bot is concerned, arbitrage is the smallest risk to reward that you could possibly get. Now, by having such small risk, your rewards aren't going to be as great as some of these other bots that we've shown. The more risk that you take on, the more profit you're likely to receive if it goes the right way. That's how it works. That's how it works for trading. If you're willing to make big risks for big rewards, then you could make a significant amount back. If you're looking to limit your risk to the max, this is basically the option for you. So it would make more sense for people who have lots of money, basically. If you're a whale, I can understand how whales would absolutely love this. If you've got, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, and you're looking for a way to make passive income with that, then the arbitrage bot would basically work very well. Now, if we have a look here, so we've gone so I'll just show you how we go about doing it. So we're going to go to trade. We're going to choose the spot futures arbitrage here. We're going to create the bot. Now, I've already got this bot working. It's been going for about 4 days now. I've had $3,334 trading in here, and the profit, now this isn't the actual profit. The profit is a little bit more than that. The arbitrage profit so far is $7.50, which sounds pretty small in comparison to what we usually get trading cryptocurrency. But remember, I've limited my risk exposure to the max, so I'm very unlikely to lose a great deal. And at the moment, it's basically ticking away at an APR rate of 44%, which isn't bad. 44% a year. So by in a whole year's period, this would be around about $5,000, just short of $5,000, not incurring hardly any risk at all by doing that. Obviously very slow, but like I say, the risk is low. So the way we would go about doing this, I chose to use Ethereum because the liquidity for Ethereum is enormous, and even though at the moment the price differences have been almost tiny, they've not really made much. You can still make more money doing arbitrage trading when you find highly volatile assets, because in periods of extreme volatility you have giant price discrepancies. So we can have a look at this one, CHZ. This one has basically, in the last 7 days of arbitrage trading alone, just in the last 7 days, would have provided over 100%. That's because this asset is extremely volatile, and because every exchange that lists it has their own chart and their own pricing for it. During times of extreme volatility, you're going to have lots and lots of price discrepancies. You're not going to have that so much with Ethereum at the moment. If Ethereum was to start to rally or volatility was to increase in Ethereum, then you would have more discrepancies, and my APR would probably go up. At the moment, Ethereum's behaving very much like a stable coin. It's not really going anywhere, and so you're not going to get those discrepancies. But I chose it specifically because I knew the liquidity for Ethereum is going to be high. Same with Bitcoin. Those two assets are highly liquid, which means that if I was to transfer over, at the moment, $3,334 worth of Ethereum, which is what it's doing, into another exchange, it would sell it instantly because the liquidity is high. If I chose a less liquid token, I might not get my sale at the correct price, and the impact would be that I would be holding those tokens for longer than I would like to, and it may impact the overall profit or incur some loss. If that makes sense, I hope it does. So, but if we have a look here, the bot is telling us here the options available to us in the ones that have been most profitable recently, and if we have a look at those tokens, they're the ones that have been the most volatile. So these are all the most volatile tokens, and this is why there's price discrepancies. It's not that you're profiting from the actual price of it going up or down. You're profiting from the volatility and the price discrepancy between them. So again, this can be a really good way to make money. It really can be, but again, you incur the smallest amount of risk, and as a result, you're not likely to receive a great deal of returns back, unless, of course, you're a whale. But even so, you're still subject to the same APR. A whale, if they had $10 million in arbitrage doing my bot here, Ethereum. $10 million, 44%. That's great. That's That's going to be almost a 50% increase within a year. So they would be looking to get basically $4.5 million dollars back just from sitting there waiting. Obviously, I don't have $4 million or $10 million, but you get my point. Whether you're doing it with this amount, smaller amount, or a larger amount, everybody is subject to the same APR. So this is how we'd set it up anyway. So I've already more or less shown you. So you go to the bots here, spot futures arbitrage. We create that bot. We have a look at which ones it wants us to do, or should I say which ones are most profitable at the moment. If you were to do these, remember, these aren't highly liquid. These are subject to massive volatility in the market right now. They might dump soon. Who knows what's going to go on with these. Some of these are decent tokens, I suppose. AVAX is a decent token. Coty is a decent token. This is very new. ADA's had a massive rally recently, so that's probably okay to use. SXP, that's probably going to be okay. ADEX, so you can see where I'm coming from. Some of these you have to understand what they are and what volume they trade at and what kind of future that they've got ahead of them. But if you're looking to make the safest arbitrage bot, you would go ahead and you would choose something that was basically highly liquid, like Ethereum, Bitcoin, Litecoin, XRP, those sort of things. The ones that trade high volume all the time, EOS, those sort of things. The top cap coins, Chainlink, but you might not get the price discrepancies that you get on these ones, which have been basically going crazy. So I thought I'd bring it to your attention. It is definitely something that's worth thinking about, especially in a bear market. There's not many options available in a bear market, and we all want to prepare for how we could deal with a bear market. This could be one of those ways that you could deal with a bear market, because the majority of what you're holding is going to be in USDT. You're not going to be holding Ethereum for very long periods of time at all. You're basically in a stable coin for the vast majority of the time this bot trades. When it finds an opportunity to make that trade, it goes ahead and makes the trade. And you can have a look at these trades that have taken place here so far. So there's an opening fee here, and since then, how long has this been going for? Basically just 2 days, so not long at all. It's only been going for 2 days, and again in a period of very, very low volatility, so there's not really been a great deal of opportunity for this to make those trades. If Ethereum was to start to rally or to dump, you would see that this would be able to trade more frequently at higher APR amounts. Anyway, that's how you set it up. You choose the token that you wanted in the arbitrage bot. It gives you a list of the ones that is working at the moment, or you can simply just write the ones that you want in. So there we go. These are all the ones you can do it with anything. All assets are available for you to use. But for me personally, I chose the highly liquid one just as a test. But it's completely up to you. If you want to incur more risk, obviously you can bump it up a bit. Find a token with extreme volatility, use it. If you're looking to have the lowest risk possible trading a bot and not incur hardly any risk at all, an arbitrage bot using a highly liquid asset is the way forward. Anyway, I will keep this on for a little longer. I do want to make the most of my money, so I probably won't. It was more of an experiment to see how it goes, but it is working. It does work. We have dumped. Ethereum has dumped. If you have a look at what's happened, in the last 2 days since I've had this bot on, the price has dumped by. Even to where the candle is right now, 5% to that wick down 6.5%. But throughout the process, I've actually made money in the Ethereum that I hold somehow, and on top of that, I've actually made profit on the arbitrage. So you can see that this is literally as low risk as you could possibly go. You couldn't go lower risk than this, and the benefits are clear. This is very small, very small profit amount, but in a downtrend, which is what it has been in the last 2 days, it has been basically in a downtrend, 6% down, I think, wasn't it? We just saw there, and I've still managed to not just keep my original investment, but basically have a break-even amount here, and I've not lost any money, but I've made a little bit in the arbitrage. By trading it that way. Anyway, I will leave it with you there, but thank you for watching. I hope you have a nice day and take it easy.